Agile leadership. What is it about? Are leaders still needed in an Agile organization? How do Agile leaders guide their teams? To help answer those questions, we introduce Jill and share how she implemented a lot of improvements. This is Jill. She is responsible for a department of 15 teams. A few years ago, she started an Agile transformation. At the start of this transformation, her teams worked together in Scrum teams and communicated better. But her teams were still failing to deliver value to customers. Jill felt that they were too focused on long-term internal plans and individual performance. So unfortunately, they were very busy with completing tasks but seldom achieved their goals. These things led to frustrated employees and unhappy customers. Jill's vision is to have a fast learning organization with happy customers, in which her teams take ownership and have ambitious goals. Jill thought about it and knew she had to do something different. She realized she needs to change her own behavior for her teams to change. She read something about creating this right environment for self-managing teams to thrive by making changes in 4 areas. Now, Jill leads her people in a totally different way. The first thing she wanted to improve was the customer focus. She observed that too many metrics were internally focused. Jill and the team started by co-creating a customer-related goal. A few teams focus on increasing the number of daily users on the app. Some others are passionate about minimizing the unnecessary phone calls to the support departments. While co-creating these goals, Jill challenged some teams to set more ambitious goals. With other teams, she advised them to set more realistic goals. But she ensured that the goals are sharp, tangible, and aligned with the overall strategy. Jill wants the team to work together to achieve the goals, but only when they collaborate, they can meet the increased customer demands in an ever-changing market. Jill believes that in the right environment, teams will thrive. If the teams don't thrive, she probably does not create this right environment. She wants her teams to be more proactive, proud, and have a can-do mindset. But just giving the teams a lot of freedom is not the solution. Low mature teams getting a lot of freedom will, perhaps, be happy for a few days with all the autonomy. But quickly they will get demotivated, feel lost, and high talented people will leave the team. On the other hand, when a high mature team is given too little freedom, they'll be frustrated and demotivated, and they'll feel imprisoned. She discovered that teams will take ownership when they get the right amount of freedom that fits their maturity. Jill sits with her teams weekly to brainstorm on ownership and what the teams can do to improve, challenging them to think critically. She mostly reserves Monday and Tuesday morning for this. Jill now sees herself as the facilitator of ownership. Before, she was focused on just realizing functionality to users quicker. But because the market is continuously changing, she wanted to become a fast learning organization. Her teams needed quick feedback from both users and customers. Now her self-managing teams learn fast from their decisions by exploring and navigating through the maze of customer needs. Jill promotes and supports her teams in getting fast feedback, but also remove impediments and roadblocks that keep her teams from accelerating. Finally, to really make the new behavior truly embedded, she wanted to improve the culture. Therefore, Jill invested in creating a culture of team collaboration, customer focus, and fast learning. This means she embraces vulnerability, candidness, and handling unknowns. But how does she change the culture? The culture can't be changed directly. Culture and things like trust, relationships, experience, and roam are not built in one day. It's built by showing the right behavior daily, consistently, and repeatedly. Jill strongly focused on habits, especially unhealthy habits that demote team collaboration. She sits with several employees monthly to brainstorm on these unhealthy habits and how to change the routines to foster the right culture for her teams to thrive. Do you want to know more about Jill's journey and how she got there? Connect with us for more information on the Agile Leadership Toolkit and get inspired for the next level.